Alright. Let's go, let's roll. Okay, so bear in mind this is a 128 runner. So I'm only going to be giving advice to like 128 level. Pay no attention to Dennis's time. He is a sandbagger. If he tells you otherwise, he's lying. He's the greatest 134 runner in the entire community right now by a fucking mile. He will have a 128 by the end of October. If he doesn't, he's sandbagging, right? It's as simple as that. I made him a bet. I said, I bet you that you will get a 128 at the end of October. I have that much confidence in Dennis that he will do it, that I made a bet against him. There you go. Imagine that. That's how confident I am. Alright, here we go. If you stay to 10x with Horrible, we'll give you some bonus content here. I have nothing to say about that, Dennis. That was just unfortunate. I actually got nothing to say about that. The possibility here. Alright, so right off the bat, you're coming out to here. It's a little bit wide. Okay. Okay, so you don't need to do. I know this is easier movement, but you can cut it a little bit here. This isn't a hard movement to do this sort of thing. You don't need to fucking cut it right here or anything, but you kind of want to cut it a little bit closer, and you want to be right here, right? I would rather see you here than up here, right? Because what you do is straight time loss, right? This is losing time. This is the ideal spot, okay? But it's hard when you're starting off to get that consistently every time. So if you want to be here, this is better. Because let's look at our next screen, right? So this is where we want to be. You're now up here, which means you have to now come down on the next screen right here. So you're going up and down. You're getting a slope dash. It's very minimal movement, but it's unnecessary. I'd rather see you come to here and catch, like come here, and then catch this slope dash here, like this. It'll be a little bit quicker than going to the top and back down. Very minimal, but thought I'd point it out anyways. Okay. I'm glad you did this. The most important part of GT. The most important. Cannot stress this enough. You cannot cancel your dash where you cancelled it. You will lose runs to this. Okay? You must cancel your dash right here. See this bush right here? Right here. Anywhere under this bush is fine. But you must cancel about here, right under this bush here. Okay? It's very specific. Now, you might be fine for a few runs, but I guarantee you, you will get hit there. And you lose 4 hearts of damage. Okay? So, sort that bit out. Same again. You can get hit here. Exact same. Onto this patch of grass, okay? You fuck off. Get to this patch of grass and go up. Because you can also get hit here too. Now, you can get hit twice. and take 8 hearts of damage. It can happen. I have seen it. So, the bushes are your best friend. Okay? Thank you! Yes! Yes! We did the easy movement. Okay, I was thinking you were going to be a big sweaty tryhard and try some silly nonsense here and try to do this. Alright? Everyone. Unless you're the world record holder, maybe Eri, maybe the top 5, don't do this. It is extremely, extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. And I guarantee you, it's going to lose you time about 90% of the time, right? Because the main focus of this screen is to nudge this here and cancel down. And trying to do that while coming off of this slope at fucking inconsistent speeds, right? Because slope dashes aren't consistent, is very bad. Or very hard. Just walk down here. You want to nudge this here, very important. Nudge, okay, if I can nudge, and cancel, right? Now you don't have to do it as sweaty as I just did it, but you get the idea, right? Ah, losing time! I love it. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to talk about that, though. I respect it. I mean, you did lose time there, but at the same time, you're getting practice doing sword out spin speeds, so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just teasing. That stuff's way too hard for me. I would never do that stuff in a run. Yo, Speaker! Welcome in, my dude. We got some trance music pumping just for you. Like, literally, I said Speaker's gonna turn up. We better get some trance music on. So we put some new trance music on. Okay, a little bit of an overshoot here. That's fine. Shit happens. Not gonna talk about that. We are going to talk about this though, okay? A link to the past community. Listen up. Every single person in this chat, listen up. Stop doing torch key. Unless you're fake powdering, stop doing torch key. It is fucking slow, and I'm going to show you a very easy strat. The easiest strat you're ever going to learn. And you'll never need to do torch key again. You ready? Here we go. Pay no attention to that room, okay? You walk down, slash the switch, you get the chest. How easy is that strat? Does anyone in this chat think they can't do that strat, okay? It's so easy, okay? No one can miss this strat. You also bait that anti-fairy. Easy. Do you know how much time it loses? 10 frames. 10 frames versus optimal, or 9 frames. Do you know how much the key torch loses? It's about 1 second, okay? If you want to get a little bit fancy with it, okay? We can get even fancier, okay? We can switch to the hook shot, and we can diagonal in here and hook like this. If you want to get it a little bit faster, okay? Now we're only losing around 7 to 6 frames, okay? So, no reason to ever get this key. Unless you're going to fake powder. And if you're fake powdering, then you got other things you got to work on. Burnap's done the work. Burnap's going to fucking not be getting red mail anymore. He's going to show you how it's fucking done. Roper in 6 hours. He's a fucking warrior, okay? He's going to show you what 6 hours of hard work looks like on his next run. Okay, so now we've lost 2 seconds. We're going to call that, not the torch key anymore, we're going to call that the slow key. Because I don't think there's anyone. I could take my daughter, who's 9 years old and has never done GT in her life, and I bet you I could teach her the GT strat, right, in probably 1 minute, right? Good! Fucking cringe at it! Because now you're not going to get that key anymore. Cringe at yourself. But why did I even get that key? What was I thinking? Now I'm going to save 2 seconds every single run. It's going to be amazing. Think of the improvements we're making here. It's gonna be amazing. Okay. We're getting torch key, okay? Now we're doing fucking pick up hook strats for the key. Extremely hard 3-frame time save stuff in the next room. Okay? Look at this god tier gameplay right here. God tier gameplay. This is 127 gameplay right here. Right? This is 134 gameplay right here, okay? This is 127 gameplay. I want 127 gameplay. All fucking day long. Let me see more of this gameplay. Very, very nice. Beautiful room. I love it. Love it all. Alright. Who saw the mistake? Who was paying attention? Who was paying attention? Blink and you miss it. Alright, ready everyone? I'll play the room again. One more time. Bad menu, I didn't even have to tell you. So I don't have to tell you how to fix it. We're learning. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So welcome in, Algo. So I'm going to teach you a little thing about this room, okay? This room is one of the hardest rooms in GT. It is, okay? But people make it harder, okay? You never want to boomerang from this spot, ever in this room, ever. It makes this room 100 times harder, okay? That's a really, really, really bad spot to do it. I'm going to show you a few variations for this, right? This isn't there's a good strat or a bad strat, but there's a bad place to throw the boomerang, okay? But I'm going to show you at least 5 or 6 different things, and I'm also going to show you what happens when you do this, okay? So I'm going to show you what you did, okay? Which is come to here. Now, if you throw from this spot here, right? And you try to do this, right? You see what happens? You cannot get that hook shot off in time, right? It's because your boomerang doesn't have enough length and you don't have enough time to turn around a hook shot. So if you find yourself in this situation, there is a way to fix this, okay? This is how you fix it. You walk down to... Sorry. You walk down like this, all the way to here, and then you hook shot like that, okay? And if you do it right, you can fix that strat, okay? It's about halfway to the door. See that? That's the only way to fix that. So if that happens in a run, just pay attention. Knowing how to save it is like really crucial, right? Now watch the difference, right? Now when we step onto this tile here, okay, we can now insta-turn and boom. Now the reason that didn't work, okay, was a very specific reason. I was 1 pixel too high. So again, in that situation, you actually have to move down before you move to the hook shot. So as long as you stay on this hook shot, it now starts to work, okay? So you never want to be higher. Link's ear should never be outside this block. If it is, you're going to have a tough time again, okay? So the ideal sort of position is to be roughly in this situation here, where you're covering the middle of the block here, but ideally you want to be closer to the end. Like this, because look at how far that I'm moving, and look at the angle of the boomerang, okay? So the closer you are to the end here, the easier this is going to be. The only thing you have to be careful of is if you go all the way to here, you cannot turn like this. Okay, sorry. Because you're obviously on the grid. So another way to fix that one is to do an upright. Now I hate this, but there is a strat that people do, okay? They go like this, then they go like this, okay? But then you run the risk of that happening. That's why I don't like that strat. So I tried to be roughly in the middle. And if you're in the middle and you boom, as long as you hold right, you'll never miss this strat. If you need to take your time, okay, one of the mistakes that people make is they go too fast sometimes. Don't be scared to just go like this. Okay? Take your time, okay? See how slow I'm taking this? That's a 752. That's amazing. Okay, right. If I'm going really fast in this room... Okay, my fast times is a 739, right? Unless you're, like, going for God tier times, you don't need a 739, right? I'm happy with, like, a 745-ish. I take this kind of nice and easy. I'm not trying to get too sweaty with it. And if you do it nice and easy, 749. There's nothing wrong with that. Slowing it down a little bit, okay? So by slowing it down, I'm talking about holding left out the door and going cardinal, okay? Here. And then at this point here, you can turn down like this. And this gives you time to make sure you're in the right position here like this. That's my fault, sorry. And what I'm looking for is I'm just trying to cross that middle part here, like this. As soon as I'm over the middle here, that's when I'm looking to throw. Is anyone got any counterpoints or questions or anything you want to ask about that room? It's got some monster my. Okay. Spaces. You're good with that room? The thing that I don't like about this room when you do diagonals is this can happen. Right? That's something that I suffered from because of my D-pad. And you end up with this happening. It breaks my heart. So that's why I switched to doing this, because you can't fuck this up, right? You can't go like this and fuck this up. It's not possible. But this, honestly, that takes away any kind of scare that I personally have of going like this and throwing like this. Right? That's a swaggy boom, but that swaggy boom can turn into that in a hurry, right? If you want to try the doorway, like I said, you can go like this and just walk to the door. That's not far enough. I haven't done this strat for a while. You'll have to get a feel for it. I did this strat for a very long time. The only reason I went away from this strat is because I wanted to go a little bit faster, but this is still a fast strat. Like 754, sub 8, nothing wrong with that at all. Very, very consistent once you know like where to go and where to stand. It's probably better just to be a little bit further down, to be honest, maybe. Like that. I'd probably be trying to be a little bit further down, like maybe to the middle here. Yeah, that's going to work a little bit better. So maybe come out, maybe come to this middle point here, and then just walk down like this. That'll be a little bit more consistent for the strat, I would say. I'm going to see the earliest that I can do it. Okay, so here's early. Okay, so that works. So here's like, this is halfway to the door. That still works, okay? Now we're going to do the latest we can do it. Like, look how late I am. Like, look at the size of that pixel window. That's like fucking 2 tiles. That's huge, man. Like, I can almost walk the whole thing. So. Alright, we talked enough about that room. So at least you understand, you know, why you're having a disaster here. Well, a few ideas for you to try. There's no right or wrong there. Do what works for you. Okay, whoa, what? Way too high, okay? I'm going to show you the first possible pixel that you can go. Look how much you can rub this, okay? Let's look at your position here. You're pretty high there. Got a little bit lucky there. Try be a little bit more on this side if you can, because you almost got stuck there. The door entry again, yeah. Like this bit here. Yeah, so are you talking about the way that he opened the door before he grabbed that key? The bass door correctly? Okay. Yeah. The only thing I was slightly worried about was the position where you hook shot. You turned the hook shot rounds quite early, and it's kind of hard to be frame perfect with a turnaround. Like right there, you were so lucky that you like didn't get trapped there. So try to do that a little bit later. Oh, a bonker. I see so many people doing hook shot here, and I see so many people losing a heart here, and losing a heart here loses so much time. Just bonk. So easy. It doesn't slow the room down either. It's like the only reason you would ever want to hook is if you're going for the sweaty strat, and you're talking about less than 3% of people might even try that strat. You do know about the hook shot here? I'm just asking. Dennis, is that just a mistake? Or is that how you do that room? So this is another thing that I think people get from watching top runners. Okay. People try to make this next room sweaty for no reason. I was a victim of it myself, okay? And by sweaty, this is what I mean. People like will come out here, right? And they'll go like this and they'll try and hook shot through the firebar, right? It's like completely unnecessary, right? Like, what's just staying in the middle? Like this, hook shot here, like this, and then just go like that. It's so easy and it wastes almost no time. You might lose a few frames, but you keep your health. And keeping your health is the most important thing here, right? Stick in the middle here, okay? Boom. Wait, it's over. That. Whereas if you stick your head out, right? Like this. This happens, right? Now you're down a heart. And now you're gonna waste an arrow. And that arrow could be 1.5 seconds, right? This is the bigger picture about GT. Having beams saves 1 arrow optimally, which could actually save 1.5 seconds because of the back chest and you having to get it or not, depending on your health. So that's kind of the bigger picture here when you start to optimize GT. Another option for this room is this. I quite like this sometimes. Like this. Just push the you push the back one. I am pushing wrong buttons here. It's another option for this room. Another option is to, I don't like this option, but I'll show it anyways, is to actually wait for the fireball to come at you. You can go like this and then go like that through it. I've seen people do that. It is technically faster, but I personally just stay in the middle, right? I personally just go here, I just stay in the middle, I wait till it passes and I go like that and I escape. 926. Do we really want to like be sweaty with this? It's just unnecessary. You can see, this is exactly what I was talking about here. Pushing it and being over, you hung your head over. If you got the hook, you probably would have skipped it, but you didn't get the hook. And again, in my opinion, like at your skill level, like it's completely unnecessary. Just stay in the middle, hook, let it pass, then go. Believe me. You don't need that time. I don't need that time. I don't know, maybe you do need time, but I don't know. I don't need that time, and I'm going for top 5 or top 6 right now, so... Not going to say anything about this. Nothing wrong with this. Okay. We gotta change this though. I was gonna see where you menued. You do not want to menu in this room. There's a reason for this, okay? It's extremely important. We gotta change this menu immediately. Do not get this into your muscle memory. Because you were talking about having problems with this room. And this is one of the problems with this room. You don't want a menu in here. And there's a few different reasons for it, right? Now, where you use the menu is up to you. A possible place to use it, I'll never say that people should do it, but this is definitely, in my opinion, this is the greatest menu in A Link to the Past, okay? If you're someone that doesn't like having the pause in between, then that's fair. But I do believe that it's extremely valuable to have a pause here. This is a really good menu, right? Because you know without a shadow of the doubt you've got that. If you end up like here, let's try and do a one like this, okay? So say, oh, this is so hard for me to do. Okay, this is impossible for me. Sorry. Okay, this is taking a piss. Okay, so let's say I end up here, right? I now know that I'm a couple of pixels short of this warp. I can come out of this and fix it instantly with a tap up A dash like that. It's a really, really good menu to have. Because you can know without a shadow of a doubt. And there's no difference between pushing the start button and pushing the A button. It's the same button. This just gives you a visual cue immediately to let you know that you are on that pixel before you pause. Now, I'm not saying you have to move it there or anything like that. I'm just saying it's a good option, okay? But the one reason that you want to not have a pause here, there's two reasons, right? One is you kind of don't want to have any kind of variation in the bombable floor room. You don't want to have anything that could change the human error frames. And sometimes you also want to drop a bomb, okay? So you're maybe not quite at that stage yet, but dropping a bomb here is super important for optimizing menus, especially during... I have literally... to the point I've ripped runs because I forgot about my bombs. Because not only does it affect this next menu, it affects the menu in the Ganon fight. So it turns your menu from this to not having a bomb, and it going this to this. And when you're not thinking about it, right? I changed to my bombs before, and I didn't even realize I had my bombs out, and I fucking tried to bomb the torch, and I lost the run. Because I instinctively just went one to the right, laid the bomb, and I fucked the fucking torch switch, right? It actually happened very recently because I just wasn't paying attention. Now, you should be paying attention, and that shouldn't be an issue. But that's one reason. The second reason is there's about 3 different strats in this next room. And the strat where you optimize getting the arrows is very, very hard when you add in a 2-move menu. Why, I don't know. But it just is. Anyone will tell you that this bombable floor with 2 moves in your menu is a fucking nightmare. It just is. So I'm not expecting you to do the strat that I'm doing. I'll give you a couple of different strats. So obviously this is the easy strat, where we go like this, right? That's what we call the easy version. This would be the hard version right here, where we follow it in like this. Like that. Now trying to do that here with 2 bombs in your inventory is so hard. Like this here. Trying to go like this and then go like this and then switch to an upright. It's really, really difficult. Because you're paying attention to the pot, the timing of the anti-fair, you're paying attention to the down right to upright. To then switch from down right to upright to then up, or to go left, up, pause, back to upright. It just makes the whole strat really hard. So you kind of want to have 1 bomb going in there. If you don't have it, all you do is just lay a bomb and you throw it like that. It's very easy. I don't know, you just lay the bomb right away, pick it up, you throw it, and that's it. Now, something I will mention about this room is make sure that you don't throw the bomb and pick up the pot fast. And this is what happens if you do this. See what happened there? If that ever happens to you, that happens, right? So, you want to let the anti-fairy bounce. By bounce, I mean let him come, let him come, let him come. He's going to go bounce like this. Once he's bounced, you're free to pick that up. And that's the visual cue for that. Let him bounce. You probably don't even need to throw the pot, to be honest. Probably just stand there. Yeah, you don't even need to throw the pot, so don't try and throw the pot even. You don't need to. Just fucking stand there. It'll automatically throw the pot anyways, so... That's my bad there, but... Yeah, also, that's another thing. Try not to stand... Let it suck you in a little bit. Take a small time loss here. Don't try and stand right on here, because if you stand... Well, I picked the pot up too fast there, but... If you stand too low here... That can happen too. So just keep yourself nice and high. If you keep yourself nice and high here... You might lose 5 frames... But you're not going to lose a heart and lose a second to being bombed out, so... We're going to forget we ever saw that. Next. Nothing wrong with that. This is more for some of the higher level players. Don't move back. Don't wiggle this stair. Wiggling's actually slower unless you're fucking god tier, okay? I don't even know how to do this at the moment. So if you're god tier here, what you want to do is you want to dash out to a point where you can diagonal and tap and hit the chest like this. So you're just going like this, boom, like that. You never want to move back because the next way you're going is up this way. If you're going for the back chest, that is. If you're not going for the back chest, then that's fine. Do the wiggle left, right. Like that. I'm not getting it very good right now, but the wiggle will save you time coming back, but then you also make the next part slower because you're coming from here to here instead of being on the right-hand side here, if that makes sense. I'll try and show you one. $5.29. So hard, the screen. God, I fucking hate optimizing the screen. I mean, it is technically faster. So I am feeding you misinformation here. I still think, though, it's better and more consistent to stay straight on this stair. Maybe not feeding lies. Hold on. No, I'm not. I am. I was going too late. That's what it was. There you go. That's the one. The 527. Okay, that's what I was trying to get. See how it makes the next stress slower? Because I'm having to move to the left? See how I'm losing a lot of time now the further right that I go? So this only applies to if you're getting the left chest. But does that make sense? Whereas if you optimize just getting a single diagonal on here like this, you're going to be over to the left more. Like this. See, that's the 254. 528, right? Also, doing that wiggle is extremely like, look how long it took me to fucking get those times. Trying to get that perfect wiggle up that stairs when you're sweating and your fucking balls are like shaking and you're fucking like you're 327 ahead, right? 327 ahead. Trying to do a perfect fucking stair wiggle when you're 327 ahead is impossible. Literally, your hands are like fucking salmons out the water. Like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Gonna talk about good use of menus here. Very good use of the menu here, okay? Does anyone know how much an arrow walk versus an arrow dash saves? It's about 20. Let's see, so 1131. 25. 5. $11.22. $10.57. Woo! Woo! Look at the fucking time save, baby. Now, does anyone know why that is? Is anyone seeing what's happening? That's a little bit faster. So there's that 20 frames. Yes, there is extra lag, but there's something that a dash allows you to do that a walk doesn't, and I'm not sure if anyone knows this or has looked into this in detail. Okay, I'm just going to explain it because it might take a while to get it. Okay, but it's to do with grid walking. Okay, so when you're on this grid here, right? Look how close I can get before I dash, right? This is as close as I can get, okay? Now, if I walk down here, I'm going to nudge right here. So if I do the arrow strat like this, I'll try and get a good one for you. All right, right here. If I now walk down here, see, I'm actually getting stuck here. See how much it's nudging me back, okay? So the game is it's actually nudged me because it cannot get to this here before I fire that arrow. So it's just nudging me like that, okay? Now, you're charging a dash. You can actually dash down that line, right? So this is the same line right here, but by the time I get my dash off, I can now dash down this line with my ears hanging over, right? Which allows you to get closer to the spikes. Like, look how... You see how, like, close I can get to that spike? So that's kind of one of the reasons why. So if you do the arrow, you want to fire the arrow early before you cross this bit here. You see how I'm still nudging? You want to get the arrow off immediately like this, so that this is not going to affect your movement. And this should be a little bit faster, right? So this is, well, that's a 23. It was a bad example. This is a good one. So a good arrow should be a 1x low 20, and if you do a bad one like this, where you have a big nudge like that, it'll probably give a little bit of a higher... See, that's actually too far. You'll probably get closer to like 25, 27 here. That was a good one. The only reason that was a good one is because I got a first frame dash on the... It's kind of a hard thing to test this. You have to do like a different bonk or something. And that's kind of a little bit of the idea. So if you have full health here, okay, I'm going to give you another use for your menu, okay? So if you have full health here, a very good place to use your menu to the arrow. This is actually the same concept. You want to slash like this, but you want to slash before you get flush with this so you don't nudge. See, I'm still... That's better. A good use for this menu is to use it like this. Pause like that. We call that an insta-block. If you do it, you can actually literally see it. See how the block disappears? If that block disappears, you can then move. That's the visual cue that we use for looking at block pushes. And you get used to timing it. You see how it disappeared there? It's a really, really nice way to get a really good fast block push. Another thing you don't want to do here, I just showed you a door drag there. You don't want to, I'm going to make a save state here. You don't want to diagonal here. So that's a 1208, right? $12.05, okay? That's because this door will suck you in as soon as you get to here. As soon as you get past this spike here, right? Like this, you're fucked. You cannot change direction here. You see how I'm literally holding? Look, I'm holding right and I cannot get it to register. So you want to make sure you turn right at this point here and walk. Otherwise, you get sucked in and you get that 1208. Here's your 1203. 5 frames right there. Easy. Easy money. This game's so easy. It like literally gives you free time. Every single time. It's like it's crazy how much like free time it gives you. Some spray to my face here. Woo! Oh. I'll have a good old spray to the face. Never, yeah, just make sure you remember to. And another reason, right? Another reason that I think that this menu is powerful is because of what Space has just said there. So the reason it's so powerful is that if you get used to menuing there, you will never menu, and you'll never not menu, right? Because this is what I call the last chance menu. If you get used to menuing here, you'll never menu in the Mimics fight. I have done it. I'll fucking show you. I have it here somewhere. Hold on. Good clip. Great clip of me. Why will I do here? Everyone's done it, man. Oh, here we go. If it's on the screen here. Alright, watch this, boys. Bear in mind, right? Minus fucking 20 on 124 pace, right? This is me going for 124. Minus 24. Yeah, dude, it hurt. And this happened, right? This happened right after I mirrored out in Swamp Palace. This was this, right? The very next run, like literally the same, it was like the same day. Did it again. Look at this fucking shit. Minus 20 this time. We've all been there, believe me. I missed a lot of just there. Yeah, hover. Oh, look! Dennis with the nice cardinal there. Very nice. That's about a 730 right there, I can tell you right now. Fucking hate this strat. I fucking hate this strat. This strat will go wrong at some point for you. I did this strat for about 2 years maybe. I'm so glad I found something else. The amount of times that I have fired into that Beamos and lost a run in this room. The amount of times that I've gone too far, not gone enough, hit this Beamos. I'm not telling you to change it, I'm just telling you I hate this strat. Right, it looks like you're quite comfortable with it, so stick with it. Yeah, he's doing the Tink strat though. So the Tink strat's different from the strat that we do spaces. Because if we do our strat, you have to be fast enough to beat the spike. He's doing the Tink post-spike strat. By the looks of it, anyways. So you just did the wrong RNG there. I'm pretty sure that looked like just regular dash there. It wasn't the late cannonball. So yeah, that's just a dash. There's no up movement there. That was the wrong RNG. That's why you got hit there. You actually got lucky. I tell you right now, I hate that strat, but GG's. Alright. I've something to show you here though, right? This is a strat I've never... In fact, I'm going to tell you, I don't think I've ever seen anyone else but me do this strat. This might be a bitey special, this one. But yeah, everything else is pretty good to that point. I'm not going to talk about your first part because it was actually optimal and you nailed it perfectly. So I'm never going to like discredit someone from doing that. But I've seen people read that wrong and I've seen them fucking below 5 seconds in that room too. That's why I don't kind of like it. Uh-oh, I fucked my... Oh no, now I've got fucking blocks in my fucking game. Alright, so I'm going to show you... this is an idea, you don't have to take this with a grain of salt, it's just an idea. But if the guy is hovering around the middle, what you can do is this. Like that. And make sure you go to the other side. And you dash all the way through. Like this. It's very RNG dependent. Like that one I wouldn't go through because he was coming at me, but it's just something I've utilized quite a lot in the past. Right here. Boom. And because you're on the other side, it's going to suck you towards that door there. A really nice strat. I like it a lot. Look at that. Fucking 9 flat, man. You can't ask for better than that with that RNG. I just lost a lot of time. That was probably 2 seconds there, maybe. Soon. Not going to talk much about that. Yeah, this is the problem with attacking the top one. It's hard to talk. It's hard to really. The general rule is you chase the bottom first, and this is the reason why. Because right here, you had a slash opportunity here. You could have just slashed and then beelined. You've got the space to do it. It was a perfect RNG. You could have got down there and got him and continued round, right? He's going, right? So think about this, right? He is going this way and you have to go this way anyways. So by you going this way and then having to come all the way back around again, you're losing out on all of this time here, right? So you went through here. You got a little bit unlucky. Sometimes you might go right, but when it goes left, you're now all the way up here again. This is, now you're walking against the conveyor. It's hard to really say that it was a bad decision because it's not. I am going to show, just pay no attention to what I'm about to show you here, but I'm going to show you anyway. It's another idea that I've come up with. I just like ideas. Just probably don't ever do it though. That's another reason why you want to attack the bottom one first there. So a new idea that I've been going around with is right here, as I go like this, and I actually dash across the top here. And I want to show you a specific RNG where I get to it. This is just such an RNG heavy room. Right here. See that? Man, it's so fast. That's 7! That 7 is ridiculous for that strat. 7 is so ridiculous for top RNG. It's so fucking good, man. But it's super risky. It's super risky, so don't ever do it. I shouldn't have shown you. I'm going to ban myself from the Link to the Past community for showing you guys that. I just thought it was really cool. I came up with the idea not too long ago. I will show you guys another strat that you should never do, okay? Don't ever do the strat. I should put like fucking warnings on my strats. Here's another idea, okay? You can go down left side here, like this. Okay, so I did this for about, I think like one of my first 124s had this. I did this at 124 level and it got me like my first couple of 124s. I love this strat. But you have to be comfortable going for nonsense arrows. It can go very wrong though, Sinead, so you have to understand how it can go wrong. Like right here. Now I have to chase this guy. It's not bad. Okay, it's not bad, but it can be a little sketchy sometimes. You can both go up high like this. But it is pretty nice. Just pay attention, it is a dash turn. You cannot pick up this pot, so it is a walk left, dash turn. Like this. I like to use an arrow on the last guy like this, if I can. But I mean, look at the times I'm getting. A bad one is still a 7-4x. Like, this is actually a fucking solid strat. Like, look at this dude. Pixel 1, like, that's silly stuff, man. It's actually a really, really, really good strat. You just have to be, this can happen, right? Now, you can obviously walk up and go get him. But that's the bad stuff, right? That's the bad stuff. Okay, this is another don't ever do this strat, okay? I'm going to show you, but again, don't copy it. It's terrible. You can actually read the RNG here of these, and if they're going to go up, So I'll get one where they're going up. Like that. You can actually fire arrow to the left here. Like that. And catch that guy. It's called legless arrow. Like that. That's called legless arrow. Don't recommend it. I do it in runs. Like, look at that. And if you want to know a spike dash strat, I can show you one of those too. Don't ever do this, okay? This is going to be a common theme on this. This is something I do go for in runs, okay? So if you want an actual consistent spike dash strat, there is a way to line yourselves up if you have to go up top. Like this. And this is not nonsense, this is like legit strat. You just have to know where to deboost off the spikes. Alright, we've talked enough about G3. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take a break. I'll be right. Oh, fuck, that hurt. That hurt. What just happened? What am I watching here? We were watching a 127 run for a moment there, and now we just went to a 140 run. The problem is in no worlds, right? In no worlds did any of these strats make sense. So it looks like you missed the arrow. Now, do you know that your first movement should be down right? That's the most important thing about this strat. Down right arrow, very important. It must be a down right. Must be a down right. Okay, what were you trying to do there? Okay. Well, if you're not going for the arrow strat, you shouldn't go for the slash strat, because that's even worse. The reason is you put the entire cycle of the room off. The arrow strat is broken. The slash strat is horrible. There's just no... I'm sorry, like, I'm not accepting it. Slashing is fucking terrible in G4. Pick either the dash or pick the arrow. Don't do the slash strat. I'm telling you now. This is why. This is why you don't do the slash strat. Thank you. Thank you, Bemis. What a homie. This is why you don't do the slash strat. Because you fucked the fucking Beamer cycle. That is so good that it happened. Okay, so choose one, right? Down right or arrow, okay? The arrow strat is broken. It's 100% consistent, okay? Right, think about that. 100% consistent. It works every single time, okay? Every single time. You will never miss this. There's no strats. Think of this. In GT, when do you get a 100% consistent strat? Almost never. This is one of them. It works, right? If you don't do the arrow strat, do the dash and pause strat, okay? The dash and pause strat is dash and pause. Get your fire rod out, kill these two homies, and then head on out of there, right? Now, you have to learn both The reason you have to learn both is you don't always have an arrow, okay? So you need to know how to do this too, okay? But the arrow strat is absolutely broken. I mean, I think menuing to Fire Rod in G3 is very, very good. Sorry. So yeah, I was saying that it can be beneficial for this room, you know, sometimes if it goes north to read RNG. I'm obviously not getting it right now, but this would be a slash. Like, that is an option, obviously. Again, I don't like it because sometimes I go for G5 arrow and Samaria strats, and you need to have arrows for G5 to make it a 3.5 second time save. Again, probably shouldn't ever do it. Don't copy what I'm doing because I have spent hours and hours and hours of learning all the backups and learning all the arrow stuff and learning how to do all the magic stuff, and it's probably not worth it to ever do it. I probably don't do it in runs, but I'll throw it. I'll do it if I need to get a big pacer GT. I'll go for the G5 arrow. With this strat here, I don't have my arrow. Also, I also just would rather fire an arrow like that. So I prioritize firing arrows over like firing my fire rod. Like, I'd rather just go like that and take a shot at it. It is risky, but I am pretty good with arrows. So I'll take that chance. Nice deboost back down. That's just how I roll with G4. Like that. Like that's literally how I would do this room. Right? So that's a very, very fast 606. Most people are probably not going to do that, but I mean, I've spent hours fucking learning G3. That's how I would do that one right there, for instance. That's how I would do that one right there, for instance. Like, you see how powerful an arrow can be? But I have practiced the shit out of all of those rooms. My arrows are so good. I'm probably one of the best arrow firers in the entire community. That is probably one of my claims to fame. I am so good with arrows. But I have spent hours practicing with arrows to the point where I can do that comfortably. So it makes sense for maybe people to do the menu in G3, but for me it doesn't make sense. But it is a very good menu, and I think I would promote it if I think it's going to be beneficial to you. It's one of those things, see if it works for you. I agree, I don't like how it changes G4. That's why another reason why I personally don't like it. But the odd time I will switch to it if I'm not feeling it. And it depends where I am. If I dash all the way over here, right? And this is a situation, if I dash all the way over here, right? And he is in the line of fire, right? So right here, I can read this RNG here. I know I can maybe get him and go like that and get out the door. I'm prioritizing picking up the pot after the fire rod shot and using the pot to kill the Zazak to minimize the time loss though. But I'm reading all that as I'm dashing across here. That kind of makes sense. Like right here, if I go like this, I'm going to pick up this pot first and then go like this. Don't kill the Zazak first and then go for the pot. That's just time loss. So that's one of the things I will say about this, is try and use that pot weapon if you can. I'd probably pick this up here like this if I could. I always try and kill the Zazak with the yeah, I'll show a couple of G4s and then we'll move on from this. We've been in G3 for a fucking lifetime. The thing I will say about this is make sure that you pause on the conveyor. This is another mistake a lot of people make, including myself. Now, I have two RNGs that I go for. If I'm on the conveyor, I pause, I move down and dash. If I am not on the conveyor, I'm at the bottom, I move up and I dash turn down. That is how I do it. It's completely personal preference. I'll roll through a few to show you what I mean. That's my pause. You see my little pause there? See my up movement there? This is to bait the BMOS. So there's my up movement right there. It's kind of one of those, you blink, you probably miss it. You see how I'm moving up there? I'm doing that to bait the BMOS. That's just how I've preferred to learn to do it. It's a little bit slow there. See, I'm pausing, and I actually use the visual cue of the sword dropping for when I move. This is also an option too. I don't recommend it, but it is an option that I've seen before, where you can just go like this, and just dash again like that. If you kill, so if you know you're going to kill the bottom one, and this is where another place you could use the menu. So another place you could use it is right here, to see if you're going to kill that second one. Of course he's not going to give me the RNG anymore. I didn't pause long enough there. There's the pause. Pause. That was bad. Make sure you come onto that conveyor with a down D-pad. So don't if you come onto here, it's kind of a hard thing to explain, but for some reason, if you kind of come on to this here with a diagonal down, it keeps moving you along the ice like this. But if you go on with the down D-pad and then push A, it locks you in place. I don't know what that mechanic is all about. You see how it locks me? But if I'm coming to the conveyor and I hold down left, it keeps dragging me along the ice. Don't ask me how that works, but it's to do with the left input somehow. As long as you're holding neutral down, that shouldn't happen, and it will lock you right on there, like this. Boom, like that. And now you'll get stuck in place like that. So this is another great use for this menu I was talking about right here. It's right at the bottom here. If you're not going to do the G5 arrow. Oh, that was a bad one. Yeah, I think I just need to do the room to reset it. Right here. So I've seen the BMOS fire. Now I'm going to move up, okay? So out of here, you see, I've seen that BMOS fire. So now I'm going to move up. Like this. Boom. That BMOS is going to miss me. Now I'm going to move, okay? Again. Moving up. Bait that BMOS. Go for kill. I'm getting some slides there. Right here. Moving up. Up. Redash. Oh, this is literally too fast there. That's kind of the concept. Right. Holy shit, how about 1 hour 15? We're fucking flying here. Usually 1 hour, we're not even in the castle yet, so we're going quite fast here. Oh boy, what happened here? Okay. So you got a bad ice movement. This is quite hard to teach. But you didn't get a good... I call it the ice bounce, okay? This is a very hard strat to do. So you want to... If you do this correctly... You will change direction immediately. You got... It's hard for me to do it. Okay, so you see how you... If you go later here... You see how I'm getting kind of a curve like this? Where I'm curving and I'm slashing and I'm kind of like this. Instead of a diagonal. Does that make sense? Are you guys seeing that? So instead of this curve action, I'm getting this diagonal. So this is the curve action. See, now I can't get that because I'm curving around, right? If you do it quicker, I'm getting a straight diagonal, okay? And you can get every single RNG, even the fast one when he goes up, if he ever gives it to me. Right there, you can get that RNG. If you cannot get that RNG, it means that you didn't have fast movement. We alive out there? My mic's not working? Right there, we're getting a curve action. That just means you were too late changing from left to right. I just want to make sure that you're there when I'm talking so that I'm not... Sometimes my mic mutes and I'm talking for like 20 minutes and then I realize that I was muted for 20 minutes. And you got the RNG, but unfortunate. Good fix though. Okay. So, hard to criticize again because there's a lot of different ideas for this, but there is one point that I think is quite important that I physically learned about the Lamel 2 fight. Space is important here. And you're just a little bit too tight. By tight, I mean... This movement's good. But it's only spinning you... It is spinning you to the top, which is fine. Oh, fuck off. So you're right here. So this is nice space. But now you try and close this gap too much. So now you've moved down another tile. You've lost your space. So now we're moving. Now when you move down, you're going to move down again here. Now you've moved down into the path of the Lamel and it hit you out. Now this becomes... Cost you 4 seconds, right? So I actually like to take my spin higher here personally. So I come up, so I take my spin higher. And go far enough to the left there. So look how high I am here. I'm staying as high as I physically can here. Okay, so this situation here, I'm actually going to let him go. Now the reason is that left quick hop, if you don't waste the magic on it, it's only a 2-second time loss. Because you get that time save back in the torches room. You actually save about half a second in the torches room because you have a magic left over. Because you don't have to pick up the pot, you can skip the pot. It's probably 20 frames optimally, 25, but RT it's more like, so if it's a one hop straight to the left, I usually just leave it. That's a personal thing that I do. Because if you start chasing this fucker, right, if he goes straight left, right? And you're like, oh fuck. Now you're like, oh shit. And you're trying like, oh my god, like, and now you're in no man's land, right? So now you're like trying to like scramble here. Now you've got no magic. Now you're losing 6 seconds, you know, like it goes out of control. So personal thing that I've learned to do is just, if it goes straight left, I typically don't touch it. That's just the personal thing that I do. It's no right or wrong here. I'm gonna leave that. I knew I wasn't getting it. I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm just gonna accept my time loss and try and get some time back on the torture room there. Another idea is to try this. I don't like it. But I know this is another strat that I played around with it for a bit. I don't like it. I think Ari was messing around with this too. I'm not sure if he still likes it or not, but the timing's a little bit different, but I think you need to be a little bit more to the right here if I remember. Yeah, I don't like this strat, but it is another idea. But yeah, definitely try and give yourself a bit more space at the top here to fight. Other than that, looks really good. I never stand in front of this door. Once you spin this, always stand out. Never beeline for the door. That's like a kind of a bad habit that people have. Because now you fuck this. He's going to fire at you. You want this to be firing off center so you can get ready to dash out here. This is actually a 20 frame dash. It's actually quite a big one. And there is a visual cue for it. When the head of the landmo disappears, you can dash turn. I'll probably show that, I guess. I'll show you with their save state. What the fuck? Here's it. You want to see a crazy thing? Don't ever do this. This is another stupid idea that I had at one point. I played around with that for a little while. Definitely not recommended. You can actually get a double spin off here. Sometimes, if you're lucky, depending on the RNG. Yeah, I don't ever recommend that. Anyways, I got way off track there. Back to what we were. Back to the fucking lesson. Stay focused. Okay, so right here, I'm still waiting. I'm gonna move. So I'll try and show you. Walking out, 12-12. Level 4. Level 1. About 10 frames maybe? It's actually not worth it. Changed my mind. I'm not dashing out there anymore. Yes, nice A-tap. Nothing to comment on there. Beautiful stuff. Floppy movement. Oh! Yeah, okay. I'm glad you saw that. If you dash and he's there, don't ever even try to dash. That guy will fuck you up, boy. He will fuck you up. Something awful. No, we're not talking about pumping. I'm not even going to talk about it. If you drag this guy, like this is fine. Oh, is he bumping there? Yeah, like I don't think he was, but I don't know. I think pumping is stupid in GT until you're like my level. Like it's not really necessary. Yeah, I mean, I do pump there, but it's getting like really sweaty in my opinion. What are we saving, like a frame? It's not even worth it. But yeah, if this guy is in your way, like right here, just walk. If he's anywhere near here and you drag him, just definitely don't even waste your time. Like right there, that's a walk. There you go, like that's the perfect, yeah, you don't, I know I'm probably just a little like, a little bit nervous or whatever. Fuck off, I don't want to knock. Nobody wants to knock. Nothing to say about that. Do not like that dash. Right, that menu. I'm gonna say that. This is the most powerful menu in the entire Dark World right here, and you used it on a dash. There's so many amazing places to use this menu. That was a waste of a menu. I think that needs to change. I'll give you a few ideas for it. First route right here. Look at that beautiful line I'm taking there. Right, so that's one idea for it. A nice line there. Second idea is right here. You use it to get that. This here you get a nice boom. You can read this line here. This is where I use it personally, because I want to be as high as I can here. I know the pixel I'm looking at. It's just down right, turn down, pause. You'll be on this line every single time. Another place you can use it is right here to get this. Fuck off, why? So, whenever you feel like using it, just something you could maybe even use it like here. That would be better use for even, or even like here would be decent. Get that movement down. Like this. There's just so many amazing uses for that menu. Don't waste it. It's like, look how not clean this was. And it's because of your movement in the room. This is the most... This room here is probably the most underrated room that people do not practice. Fuck, you should spend a lifetime in this room. I'm not kidding. You should spend a lifetime in this room. The most important room in GT. And I see all sorts of things happen in this room. Get this room in your fucking muscle memory. So now I can see you're too low right off the bat, right? So we're too low. That menu would fix that problem. Now you're way too high. Okay. Now you're too low again. You're way too close to the torch. And now you're gonna fucking skip through. Fuck off! No one wants to knock on anyone's door. No! No, I'm not knocking on someone. Stop making me knock. Okay. Like, look how close this is. Dude, that was so close. Like where I'm lighting this torch. Like look at this. Look how far away from this fire bar you should be. Like, you see that? Like, see the difference between the two screens? It's extremely, extremely hard. And that's why I'm telling you guys, put the time in to this room. Put the time in. It's a super, super important room. And make sure you know how to do this room without any magic. I am warning you now. Please make sure you know how to do this room without magic. Burn your magic. Come in here and know how to do this room here. Make sure you know how to do that strat. Yeah, you can. You get hit though. So it's... It is a lot faster, you're right. Maybe like half a second-ish. But yeah. So, I just like teaching that strat to this kind of level of gameplay, but you are correct. That is the way to do this room. Fuck off, why? Oh. An asshole. Yeah, that's a nice, I've not been in this situation for many, many years. Also, I mean, I think it's very unlikely, but, you know, like, that could happen. I don't want... If you're not really good here, you see I'm getting a left boost, because if you're, you know... Trying to work out if this is a possibility, you know. I'm literally making myself fall now. Yeah, you're pretty safe here, but... Put some work into this room. The last thing I'll say about this room is, hot tip for the day. Oh boy, that was terrible. I'm gonna miss this. Lucky there. Okay, so right here, this block here. Does anyone know the visual for this? There is a visual. Okay, the visual is when this breaks right here. You can fire like that. See how if it's not broken, you get the magic? See, I got magic. You need to wait till it breaks. My advice also is don't throw and pause like this, because this can happen. I have seen this multiple times. I literally go have to get a box of Kleenex and cry, because it literally makes me cry. I don't want to cry. This world's sad enough without me having to cry over this. Yeah, everyone does it. My tip, throw, don't pause like that, throw, turn up. Right? You have the time. You still can't fire yet. There's no reason you can't turn up. Now you're just standing there and it's bang. You're never going to miss that, right? Very simple fix. I'm so scared right now. This is all sorts of wrong. Did you just try to do an item dash there? Is that what happened there? Bro tried to do a fucking rod dash. Did you just rod dash there? Why are you dashing there? Why did you push A? Is that just a mistake? Before you... Did you try dash before you fired the pistol? Like... So again, I'm not going to criticize on this strat. It's just opinions, everyone. In my opinion, I fucking hate this strat. I might hate this strat. I kind of hate this strat. Do you know how many runs I've cried over here? I'm going to guess it's at least 25 runs I've cried over in this room. People doing this strat. You know why? Because when people are nervous, trying to time dashes when you're really, really nervous is super, super difficult. I have seen so many runs die here to this strat. There's nothing wrong with the strat. If you like the strat, keep doing it. I just hate it. I like a more normalized movement that cannot... There's nothing wrong with this strat. Like, it is decent enough. But if you don't time this strat, like, you can get hit here. So, and this is just my opinion. I like just making it safe. I just do this. The reason is this is normalized. It's the same movement every single time. You're walking above the line of fire. There's nothing that can hit you here. Completely safe. I can stand here all day. Nothing's ever going to hit me. I don't want to put myself in this situation here where I'm like walking up through the line of fire, right? Just my opinion. This is way easier. What does it lose? Let's have a look. Well, the problem is I've tried to do this dash 4 times and I've missed it. So that should tell you how hard to optimize this dash is. Okay, so that was bad. So optimally, it's hard. $557 with my strat. $550 with this strat. That's if you get an optimal dash off. If you get a bad dash like this, $555. So that's what I mean about an optimal versus optimal. Yes, you're talking 7 frames. But RTA, are you really getting a first frame dash in a run when you're fucking 3 minutes ahead? I don't really think so, right? So that's why I prefer going with the safer version, which is this. I teach this to everyone. I think it's great. Can make it a little bit faster. I wouldn't recommend this ever though. You can come out the door like this. This would speed it up a little touch. See, 553. Now we're getting the same time. The reason we're getting the same time is this walk here, right, is the same as this walk here. So it doesn't matter where you do the walk. So these strats are actually the same. But you don't want to do this. So that's why I promote doing this. This probably loses about 4 frames. 5 frames maybe. But I would much rather see someone do this and turn and go like this. And then you're slowing it down and there's no point. So, just my opinion. Nothing wrong with the strat. I just don't like it. Very close to a jingle glitch there. Dude, this fucking tune, man! What a fucking tune this is. Alright. Education time. What did we do wrong there? What's wrong with this room? The menu! Good. Very easy fix. That was a particularly bad one. One, two, three, 4. You did 4 moves versus 2. 4 moves is a lot of time. I said I wasn't going to harp on menus unless they were bad. That was bad. Yeah, without powder it's 1. So you go from 3. So you go from 2 to 1 without powder mushroom. Right? Because that mushroom's now there. She is 1 to the left, yeah. And the reason that dropping the bomb here is good, you don't want to have 2 bombs in your menu here, is because dropping the bomb puts you on fire rod. And it doesn't matter for the menu, but optimally, way down the road, if you're going to hover, there's no point in switching to the hook shot. Because you hover, right? You hover this run? No, you don't. You are someone that kind of hovers every now and then, right? So if you're someone that hovers, you don't need to switch to your hook shot unless you use the hook shot in Ganon. Oh, you and me both, brother. Have you ever seen the emote of me hovering during my PB? Where the whole fucking camera's shaking and the screen is shaking, and then I start screaming when I get across the line? It's like a really good clip. Oh, goodness me, what is happening here? Okay, let's fix this. Okay, note about the practice sack. Never load up the bombable wall. Okay, never load up the bombable wall. Always load up torches 2, okay? I'm not even going to explain why, but just do it. It's not the same. You have to go through this room, then this room. Switch to the bomb and make your save state. The timing is different, okay? I'll show you a couple of strats here. Just do this. Bonk, hold down right, like this. Very easy strat. Throw the bomb, bonk, hold down right, like this. Very nice. Safe as houses. We're not going to talk about this room because I showed you earlier, but we already know this strat. Easy. You got this in the bag. You're gonna do that. Oh my god. That was fucking lucky. Jesus, that was lucky. Try pick your dash a little bit lower here, so the only thing I'll say about this is typically you want to come down to here. This gives you the best possible chance to hit him, and very important, it gives you the best possible chance to not get shafted by a big fucking 50-foot pole. I'm sure everyone's been shafted by this pole. No one likes it. He fucking hits you to the North Pole or the South Pole. You do not want to get shafted by this pole. He will instantly hit you out of your dash, and he will fucking send you zooming. If you get right on this pixel here, like this, it gives you the best possible chance to not get completely fucked. Now, if you see he's high, by all means, like if you can't see him, that was me getting fucked. But if you can see him, if he's coming in, like right here, maybe you can keep it high, okay? Still got fucked. Typically, I always dash along here, and then I read the RNG, and then I swing. I'm not really concerned about where he is, right here. I'm always trying to dash past. The reason is, if I can dash underneath or above him, I am in control of the fight. Okay? I want to be in control of this fight. Boom. So I would rather dash high on purpose, swing back. Right here. Sorry, I canceled my dash there. And be ready to turn around. That's one thing I do in this community. I see people dashing and they're like, oh no, fuck, I missed them. Oh no, and then it's all over, right? Dash through, turn instantly, and don't think. Do not think you're ever gonna hit Moldorm, right? The biggest piece of advice I can give you about Moldorm, right? Get this into your head now. You are never going to hit him when you dash through him. Ever. Never, ever. Think that right now in your head. Every single time you dash from now on to the rest of fucking time, you are never going to hit Moldorm, right? Why is that? Because you are ready to react to what happens when you miss. Super important tip, right? I'm dashing through. You see how I hit him? I'm still slashing him. Because I am never counting on this dash making contact with him. I'm reacting instantly, right? So when I get frame ruled, I am going to instantly get back in the action here. Happens to my mic, right? But that was a really great example of I managed to get through. Did you hear my rant about never hitting Moldorm? I hope you heard that rant, because that was the rant for the ages. Wait, how long have we muted for? Okay. I can't stress this enough to every single person in this community. Go through, boom. Right? Go through, be ready to react. Boom. This goes for Moldorm too. Boom. You see that? Almost 90% of people are going to go through that, and they're not going to turn around and react to that. I can tell you that right now. Also, make sure you have your hook shot out if you're going to do hook shot strats. Don't ever fight him without hook shot out if you're going to do this strat. It's terrible. Yeah, I should actually get my hook shot out before I start showing you bad habits here. Alright. Another important thing I'm going to show you in a sec here. That's my bad. I don't actually do this fight normally enough. I need to practice it. Make sure you neutral dash out of this. The reason is if you move off of here, right, you put yourself on a bad grid position and you can slide right down there. If you grid yourself, you'll always be on this pixel. If you dash turn, see how that was a slide down there? This will keep you on the grid and it'll keep you on like a consistent pixel every time to dash along like this. Now, most people shouldn't be this aggressive, but I'm very, very aggressive with this fight. So I full on attack this motherfucker with everything that I have. I don't recommend what I'm doing right now unless you're like going for big times, but I like to corner myself with him to give myself the best possible spin radius to hit him on. This is something I've been playing around with just very recently. But I try to go to the place that you shouldn't ever go with them. Right here, I'm just gonna trap myself. It's kind of hard to explain. It depends where he is. I'm trying to like right here. See how I'm trapping myself here? But I'm making sure that I have my sword charged here. Now, when I let go of this, this should be a free spin. I don't recommend this unless you're super comfortable with Ganon and super comfortable with hookshot strats. Like right here. I'm going to trap myself. I'm trying to physically trap myself on purpose. So that I get like a first frame spin off here. Right here, I'm probably just going to let him go. Now I'm trapping myself. That's the downside to this strat. That can happen. You have to be wary of it. It's a little bit risky sometimes. That was I should have stopped and paused there. I might get another shot at it here. And try and pause and give you like... Okay. So right here. What am I thinking about, right? Right? So, there's two places he can go. Right? He can go up into this play area here, or he can go down here. If he goes down, I've got him, right? So what I'm going to do is, fuck! Can't believe I just did that. Try that again. Okay, this is a bad example. Another bad example. Good example. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move myself. I'm going to try and not fucking bonk there. Right here. I'm going to put myself here. The reason I'm going to do that, right? If he goes... I'm reacting to how he's going to move here. If he goes up, I hookshot immediately. If he goes down, I get him. He's going up. I'm going to hit a hook shot. Boom, I get him. But right here. I got this fucker. Easy money. There's nowhere he can go. It's like chess. I got that fucker pinned. I'm going right into his ass. With my hook shot. Right here. I got this fucker right here. Oh, he escaped. He was a sneaky one. But I still got him trapped. The more that you control this fight... That was unlucky. Right here. I got him. He's trapped. Yeah, check, motherfucker. Get your ass out of here. Okay, right here. I got his ass. Boom. This is a dodgy one. I'm not gonna hook shot. I'm just gonna let him go. So, if he'd have come down, I would have hook shot. So this is the thing with this strat. If you're gonna learn this strat, right now he's going up. Now I'm gonna spin. This isn't you hook shot every time. That's kind of a misunderstood thing about the strat. It's not a you hook shot every single time. You should be reacting to what he's doing in hook shotting, like right here. If he comes down, he's going up here, right? Now I'm going to hook shot. Sometimes you kind of want to wait to see what he's doing. Come at me, bro. Nice try. Okay, I'll do a few unpaused now. Nice try. He trapped himself. What an act. Like, what are you doing, bro? Nobody likes you. Fucking trapped himself again. What? He got out, little sneaky fucker. You fucker. You got like the 5% escape there. Sometimes I like doing redashes, so sometimes I'll go like this. I don't know if I recommend this or not, a little bit dodgy. I'll do this. And this happens if I miss, so if I go like this, I'll try and dash back. Obviously I'm not going to do it if I hit him, but I could go like this. Now I've caught up to him, and I'm in a really good position to trap him. Like here. It's a way I can like get up in his grill. It comes with its own risks. I just cut my nails, so I probably can't over today. Yeah, see, I just cut my nails, so I'd have to practice for a little bit. Yeah, so I literally just cut my nails, so I'd have to practice for a little bit. Let's see what else happens here. See what happens with your hook shot here. Alright, there's just no need to stand there. Just literal time loss. Alright. Gonna give you guys some timings for this. I was wondering if I was gonna have to show this. First things first. Come at me, bro. I'm gonna try and... First things first. I mean, look how close you can stand here, right? You can stand way... I'm not telling you to stand over there, but look where I'm standing, right? And look where you're standing. Almost a tile. Absolutely no need to stand anywhere near here. Now, if you stand... As long as you're, you know, I don't know, like here, I think you can still hit the torch, like the chest, and then you can just rub by here. So that's a little easy time save. You've got lots of time to like sword buffer into place here. Like, it's not, you don't have to get super creepy with it, but I have a timing that I use. It's 9 B presses. It's just a little thing that I've worked on. So I start it when the head. Bang. So when that head starts exploding, this is how I do it. 1, so I'll try and get it here on crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hook shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hook shot. That's how I personally do it. It doesn't slow down, it doesn't make it lag anymore, if anyone's wondering. So I get nice and close here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hook shot. This is how I personally do it. You look where you're landing here. I'm going to explain this room because a lot of people don't understand this room. So, the way that this works, okay, is you hold down left until you hit the wall. You continue holding down left. This is the most important part about this strat. You continue holding down left until you make contact with the wall. Then you push A while holding down left. Then you can let go of down left. I'm going to show you how far you can actually go with this. Look. You can literally walk all the way along that wall and still dash. It's not a speed thing here. You can just walk. It still works. Okay? This is how I teach people how to do this strat. Walk all the way and walk for a year. Dash. You can still dash through the door. Okay? Once you understand the concept of it, then you're never going to mess this strat up. It's just walking. It's really that easy. Oh, lock him in. The Sub 90 Club! Woo! Let's go, baby! Fuck yeah! Some Sub 90s in here, boy. Ah, boy! Let's fucking go, dude. Sub 90 is happening. Let's see, where's the splits? I'm looking for the splits. Where's the Loku splits? Where are they? Oh, baby, where are they? Can't see them. Hold on. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a review here, but we're gonna stop here. Runs, where are runs? Wait, Loku's not in here? What the fuck? Yo, I don't think Loku's in here. That's sad. Am I just gonna cry? Loku! Get yourself in here, brother. I see some of these spicy splits, man. GG's again, man. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just another one of those. I haven't had lots of tears here, but just little mincy tears, right? Thanks so much for the raid, Loku. GG on the sub 90. If you can get in there and get me some juicy splits, we'll have a look at them. That would be awesome. Like, look at the gap here that you're leaving, so... I'll show you a couple of... In fact, I'm not going to show you the other idea because I think it's shit. Again, I'm just going to show what I do. I think it's easy. So all I do is I walk to the 4th conveyor, then I walk up. If you walk to that 4th conveyor, this will never hit you. Just walk left, walk up. Okay? Walk left, walk up. Now, all you do, you lock them in. The PB, the sub 90, the dream of all dreams, the NMG PB. It's happening. I can't believe it. I'm looking for the splits. I'm a little bit sad I don't see splits so far. I sent you a message to the nerd server. Dude, if you're doing NMG, you need to be in the nerd server, dude. That's where the NMG's happening, man. I want to see those splits. I want to get them up live. I want to see them. I want to see those juicy splits. They're so juicy. I can't see them. GG's, man. Much appreciated. Maybe we'll just watch Lockerman's run tonight. Maybe we'll just watch Lockerman's run. If we're going to watch Kane's, it might be just time to watch Lockerman's run instead. instant watch back right now while I go eat my supper. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It might be happening. It might be happening. Might be happening on Twitch TV. This is the NMG nerd server right now. Okay, sorry. I'm getting so lost in track here. Alright, what was I talking about? Alright. Dennis. If you walk to the left here, as long as you walk to the fourth conveyor here, this looks sketchy. You don't need to make it that sketchy. You can go like 4.5. I think you can go maybe 5. It makes it a little bit scary with this thing, but I mean, you have a lot of wriggle room here. Now all you gotta do is slash and dash. Just slash the dash. Slash dash. It's so powerful, okay? So you walk up, you slash dash. Boom. Easy money. Slash dash. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Every time, baby. 6-2X. Ah, gets the nice grab. Okay, so I just found out this grab saves 10 frames. See if it should have been a 3 or not. Got the stupid play button. This is a Twitch glitch, by the way, where this stays on your screen until you reload. I'm not reloading at this point because we're right here. Tears were had. Tears were had. Big tears were had. Good recovery though. The amount of times I've cried over 3 cycles, or 4 cycles being 3, or 4 cycles that were 5, or ones that should be 2 cycles and they're 5 cycles. This boss is the hardest boss in the entire game. I'm telling you, it is the hardest fucking boss there is. It's so hard. Let's see the Ganon fight. Got a big play button now, we're gonna have to reload. Alright, let's see how this one goes smooth. Alright, here we go. Oh no. Fuck. The double B is not a good strat. It is not a good strat. I'm telling you that right now. Gotta learn to get away from that. The B spam is terrible. It's super inconsistent. It's gonna fuck your timing up. Especially if you go for the initial B, you should be cancelling this with L and R, not B. Because a B spam gives you an opportunity to slash your sword by accident and completely fuck this whole fight up. You don't want accidents to happen. If you are gonna do, if you don't get the slash off in time, R cancel into B slash is gonna be a much better strat for you. There is another strat that I do. I don't like talking too much about Ganon when I can't work with someone, so I'm not going to talk too much about it because I need, if I talk about Ganon, I need to actually spend time with you because there's a few things about it. But I'll show you just a couple of different ideas that you can work on, but I really want you to get away from that B slash. Okay. Okay. So right here, the amount of times I've seen that from B slashes, now you're like, fuck. Right, now you've just completely screwed that up. Again, you might be fine for 10, 15, but there's going to be that run. You're sweating, your fucking balls are shriveled up, you're like, ooh, you've got salmon hands, right? That's when the mistakes happen. You have a psychological thing in your head, you're subconsciously pushing that B button, you don't cancel the B button in time, and you slash that sword, right? That's why the B spam is not a good idea, right? There's two main ideas that I like here. There is the R cancel, like that, where you're like that, where you cancel. And if you do the slash strat, so if you do the slash strat where you do the slash slash, okay, it's going to give you a first framer with L and R. So right here, if we cancel with L and R, right? Now I don't need to be tapping like this. I can be tapping like this and I have my thumb free. I have my thumb free ready for that second slash, right? I'll show you what that looks like in real time. Right now, L and R, obviously cancel. I'm switching to L and R. That's what it looks like. You're already doing that slash slash. I don't like the second slash. The reason I don't like the second slash, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Nothing wrong with it. Don't change it. Nothing wrong with it. The reason I personally don't like it is because sometimes you get the slash off and sometimes you don't. And I don't like inconsistencies like that. 1 hour and fucking 20 minutes or 125 into a run and then having to have inconsistencies and deal with RNGs when there's already so much going on. So all I do is I do the slash and walk. Now I personally, now be warned, right? This is what I do. This is how I taught Fernap. I've taught a lot of people this, but there is a caveat to this strat, right? I do what's called an up cancel, right? So for people that don't know, you can cancel the text box with a D-pad, right? The last text box, you can cancel the D-pad. So I do an up cancel into B. The reason I do an up cancel into B is I can get that B consistently 1 or 2 frames apart from my cancel. Every single time like that. I never miss that, right? It's an up B. You see my controller? I could do this all day long. I will never miss this, right? This, I might get a little bit inconsistently, right? Now, be warned. Anyone who's listening, if you're listening, if you are in the background, if you're fucking lurking, pay attention. If you do this strat, okay, you must let the last text box spawn. Do not try to do it too quickly. If you do, what happens is you push up, then B, then walk into Ganon, right? Like that. Now, you have to go really fast in order to make that mistake. I have done this strat for about 4+ years. I haven't done this in like 4 years, right? As long as you just take your time, let it spawn. I like to do what I call the breath. So I go 1, 2, breath. 1, 2, breath. 1, 2, breath, go. Okay, and I'm taking a nice deep breath. I'm getting ready for the fight. I'm calming myself down. I'm giving myself a text box. That's my only thing, right? But if you give that time, this D-pad cancel is super broken, and you can use it in a lot of places. I also do a very specific strat for Ganon. There's a lot of people here, so I will show it. I do what I call the flow cardinal trident spin. This is a strat that I came up with a long time ago. I basically use the lines on the floor, and the reason it's called a flow movement is because there's no stopping, right? I don't like having to stop. So if you watch, I think you'll probably see here, you'll see that Dennis had to stop there. I don't like having stops in my game. So I came up with a strat that allows me to continuously do it, right? And this is what it looks like for me. So walk, right, up, spin. Walk, up, spin. Boom, boom, left, up, spin. You cannot miss this. There's no pausing. There's no timing. There's no watching anything. There's nothing. You just walk, right? This is why I like it. All I do is I walk and I watch for the yellow tinkle. As soon as I see the yellow tinkle, I release my sword, right? It's just a personal thing that I do. I'm not saying that anyone should do it. It's just the way that I do it. It's the way I've taught loads and loads and loads of new people. And I've seen great, great success with it, right? Yes, exactly. But you can always sort that position. So if you're someone that like practices a little bit, it doesn't matter if you're off slightly. So if you're like over here, for example, you can still sort this position like this. It doesn't really matter where you are. Like I'll try and get some way over here. Like this is the worst you could probably get. Like it really doesn't really matter too much where you are. As long as you're within, I don't know, a few pixels of the center, it still works. Like, if I go really far left, like, I'll try and fuck this up on purpose. Okay, here we go. Left, left. Okay, so that was me trying to fuck it up, right? So you saw I was way out here. I'll try to fuck it up on the right now. Let's see if it works here. I'm trying to fuck this up on purpose. Yeah. So, you can see how far left or right I have to be. So as long as you're like fairly close, like here, or you're like over here. Basically it's the same concept, no matter where you are. The second thing that I do, and this is a very unique strat, again, this is something I came up with quite a few years ago. I don't like having to dodge the trident. I practiced so much to dodge the trident. It didn't matter how much I practiced, every so often the trident would fuck me. And it didn't matter how much I practiced. The reason is because the trident spin is inconsistent. Even at the top level, the trident spin is a little bit inconsistent. So the trident spin, its path, the way it comes toward is inconsistent. So I come up with a very easy way to combat that. So all I personally do is, again, I'm not recommending this, I'm just showing you how I do this trident spin here. Okay. As soon as I get the spin off, I'm holding down, and all I do is I wait to see where he warps. If he warps to the left, I hook shot left. If he goes to the right, I hook shot right. 100% consistent, he cannot hit you. So all I do is I move down like this, and then I start my fight. Now obviously you have to have the hook shot for this to work, right? But you'll never ever get hit. It's impossible. See this trident here? This trident doesn't exist anymore, right? Believe me, it's fucking beautiful. I have never, ever, ever failed this. Not one time in my entire 5 years have I ever lost this when I switched to this. Before I did, I used to lose so many fucking runs to this. Especially when I was shitting my pants and I was 2 hearts, right? But don't just throw this into your game. Make sure you practice this, right? There's one caveat to this. If he goes far left, right? If he goes to the far left, right here, I like to go down and I just move myself under the torch like this. The reason is, and this is getting into some really advanced game mechanics, right? When you hook shot to a torch, right? You don't consistently hook shot to the same bit every single time, right? Can't remember exactly how this works. I'll try and get one, let's see. Okay, that was over the torch. See how now I'm not over the torch, I'm on a different pixel here? Sometimes it can get you to a pixel that's here. And if you're here, right? If you're here and he comes at you and you've got a gap here and you move down, the trident can hit you, right? But it's not a hard thing to avoid. You just move below the torch. You have to avoid this anyways. So let me lock this RNG here. RNG control. Okay, so I'll do a few of them just to show you. All I do is I just move down like this, out the way of the trident. That simple. Now, 9 times out of 10, I could just move to the wall like this, and I'm not going to get hit, right? But I am warning you, that is not 100% consistent. It's probably 90% consistent. I'm getting quite fast trident spins right now. I'm going to get a slower one. Okay, that's a better one. Right here. See how I was okay there? Now, I did the strat for about 6 to 7 months before this finally happened, but it can happen. So once out of 6 months, that's not good enough for me. Once out of 6 months might be fine for you. Once out of 6 months is unacceptable for me. I want none out of 4 years. Now that I've changed to this strat here, I am now fucking none for like probably 3 years. I've never been hit here. All you do is just slip under the torch and then go back. That's the only thing I'll say about this strat. If you keep yourself high, it forces the trident high. So if you keep yourself high like this, okay, the trident will stay higher and you can always dodge it anyways. I just don't like leaving it up to chance. So right here, I'm going high. See how it's just flipping by me? If I go lower, see if I go really low here. Yeah. So again, I could probably sit all day and not get hit, but eventually I will get hit. So I kind of did want to point that part out. Oh, dude! I'm sorry. I'm not. I can't believe you got hit by the trident. I can't actually believe I just spent 20 minutes talking about that, and then you just got biffed by the trident. Amazing. That is so fucking good. Okay, that is the reason why I fucking came up with this strat, is that right there. Okay, think about this. You're now fucking Oko. You're fucking shitting pants now, okay? Well, we're already shitting our pants. Now we're super shitting our pants, okay? No need to be super shitting our pants. The hook shot's nice. It's gonna keep you comfy. Oh no, dude! Disaster. Okay, so I hate to fucking pick on this, right? I hate to pick on this, right? But this is the reason that you died, right here. This is the reason I came up with this strat. Because I'm crying. I'm gonna get fucking tears. The Kleenex box is coming out. It's fucking coming out. Because the tears are real. They're fucking real, dude. I've been here. I've been here. Yeah, so I'm just teasing Dennis. Dennis is the greatest 134 runner ever. I call him a sandbagger because he's basically a 128 runner. And he's just got a 134 time. His splits are just, they should be illegal. You shouldn't be allowed 134 splits. It's just, I am actually just teasing him though. But yeah. And the problem is, right? This will happen to you again. Because this happened to me at 135, it happened to me at 132, it happened to me at 130, it happened to me until I changed my strat. This continued to happen to me. Now, it didn't happen every run, but every so often this would happen and I'd fucking die. And it made me cry. I don't want to cry. So, I'm going to go through a couple of Ganon concepts that are really important. And I'll show you why they're important. And it's very important to know how to do Bad Bats Ganon. Okay. Big no-no. Huge no-no. I'm going to teach you something here. This is another thing that I have cried over. I cry a lot. It's not because I watch emotional films, it's because I watch speedrunners die on paces. Right? And this is another one of these things. It might not affect you for a very long time, but you're going to get into a situation one time where you're going to be trapped. And if you don't have this available to you, you're going to die. And then I'm going to cry. Let's just stop me crying. I don't want to cry. Okay. Also, first off, what the fuck was that menu? Okay. Down, left, left. Another bad menu. So we already know what you're going to work on next week. We're going to work on menus next week. Okay. We've already talked about that though. Go through every single menu, watch your run, and watch every single menu. That's your homework. I bet you've probably got 10 seconds in menus. Okay, so that's rule number 1. Don't ever face Ganon when you do the free hit. Because that happens. Yeah, I know. I know it's just a mess up. It's just more for the chat who are watching. But I know you know how to do that. Okay. Okay, we got lots to talk about here, okay? I've kind of seen what I need to see. Kind of know how this is going to go. You can tell that Dennis has fought Ganon before. Okay, that was bad. It was completely unnecessary to move to the right there. You do not have that time. Do not be moving right like that. You were in the perfect position. I call it the home position, right? I went through this with Fernat. Right here, home position. This is the perfect home position. Down left, right? Down left. Okay? There's a reason that the down here is super important. Because when you start to optimize this, you're going to start going up inside Ganon. No, it's not sexual, okay? It's not a sexual thing. We're just going to get nice and close. Ganon likes being hugged, okay? We're going to hug him back. I'll show you in a minute, okay? But we do not want to be moving to the right here, okay? Now we are out of position, okay, for this fight. So now your spin is going to be off here. This is okay, but it's typically not where we want to spin Ganon, right? Because now we're going to bounce, right? You got lucky here, right? If he went to the top left, you'd be out of position, right? This is the home position right here. These two squares. It's like, Happy Gilmore. The ball wants to go home. We're not in home right now. You kind of got a little bit lucky with where it went. Okay, perfect home position. Down left. Beautiful. That's what I want to see. Coin. Go back to Z1. Such a sweaty mess. Hurry up and get a decent time. Beautiful. Great. Really, really, really good Ganon fight so far. Really, really good Ganon fight. Just a few things to change here. Okay. This is exactly what I was talking about, right? So, you have a really, really good Ganon fight, so you were good enough to get that. There'll be times where you're not going to get that, right? This is where you landed way, way, way out of position, right? It's right here, okay? So this is where we want to get inside Ganon. Now, you might not want to do this for a little while until you practice, but the top runners, if you're paying attention, Coin Chaser should be paying attention here. We want to get up inside Ganon, right? So, see this spin here? This spin puts us in a bad position here, right? Because now we're not home. Like Happy Gilmore. That ball wants to go home. And we're not home. So instead of being here, okay, we are now over here. So now you're going to have to fucking chase him. all the way up. Now, lucky Dennis is good at pumping here. Like, look at this pumping. Shuffling all the way, right? It's so close, right? We don't have to be that close, right? Okay. Also, completely unnecessary to stand there. You can stand a lot higher, right? Okay, I'm gonna go through a couple of concepts here. I'm not gonna talk about phase 1 or phase 2, okay? Because I just did a 6-hour session with Fernat. If you want to see about how that works, go watch that. I just literally did it the other day. I'm not going to talk too much about that. The one thing that I will say, the most important thing about Ganon is learn outside outsides and learn outside inside patterns, right? Especially if you die or you've got bad bats or you fuck up Ice Armos. And go inside like this, if necessary, right? Or be able to go inside like this. Sorry, busy chatting. Be able to fight him inside like this. Be able to go inside and outside, if needs be. So we can start on the inside. This. The reason that you want to be able to go inside to outside is if you have bad bats, you're going to die on the inside, right? If you're on bad bats, you always want to be on the outside, and you want to do that walk strat because it normalizes the bat patterns. Right here, let's see I've got bad bats. It's the outside if you wanted. You can have a little bit of fun if you want. You can do this, you know what I mean? It's pissing about here, but then this walk pattern here is the same whether you have bad bats or good bats, right? So learning to be on the outside, no matter the situation. Like there's all sorts of stuff you can do again here, right? Like you can come inside here, you can go like this. There's a game like Ring of Roses you can play like this if you really want to like have fun with Ganon, right? Lots of fun stuff you can do here, but be able to stay inside to inside, inside to outside, outside to inside. And you can do this on every single RNG. Like right here, we can get on the inside right here. Be able to do this last dodge, obviously, with a slash. If you're going to go outside on the far left, I would recommend staying on the, like right here. Show you how I do this one here. You can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like going like this, 1, 2, 3, and then I just walk inside like this. That's how I do this Ganon, like that. I think it's really easy. I see people do all sorts of crazy stuff there. Let's see what else we got here. We can do like low percent stuff where we go like this. We can do 3 doubles. Like this. Then we can just dance around like this, waiting for him. Because why not? We can make a sandwich, okay? There's lots and lots and lots of different stuff that we can do here. Being comfortable, being on the outside and on the inside, honestly, it's going to make your Ganon so much better. Because one of the biggest problems that I see with people who aren't consistent at Ganon is they get into a bad position. And instead of trying to stay on the outside, they force themselves to the inside. They get hit by the bat. And I'll give you an example of this, right? So let's see I come to this RNG here. They're like, fuck. They're like, shit, okay? And they're like this. Now they're trying to get inside. This happens, right? Now they're fucking scrambling. They're like, shit. You know, and they get hit by the bat, right? Rather than just accepting that they fucked up, they're in a bad position, and just like going with it, right? So let's say you get into like here, and you're like, fuck, I went the wrong way, I'm here, right? We're just gonna start this, right? Even just 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm going to get on the inside. That's 9. I take a hit. 10, 11, 12. Okay, right? Now, obviously, you're never going to be in that situation, but I just rolled with it, right? I was so far out of position, not getting that spin. You still have lots of time to get those hits in, right? Obviously, I've practiced this a lot, and I was taking the absolute fucking piss there. But you understand the general concept. You might be out of position here, and instead of just like staying on the outside and getting back to the inside again, trying to like force yourself to the inside all the time might end up getting you in trouble. I'll try and do one more before I go to phase 3 here. Right here, you might spin yourself out like this. It's like, okay, I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to come outside now. So that's 4. Take my time. Now I'm going to move to the inside, like this. Now I'm back in my position I like, right? That is how I typically teach Ganon. I like to teach Ganon. I like to teach people how to fight Ganon. I don't like to teach people strats on Ganon. Idea of fighting Ganon is get 12 hits. It's not do the same every time, because you're always going to be a little bit out of position. You're going to find yourselves in precarious situations, and able to fight them inside, outside, outside, inside is going to be much better for you. Of course, Lockerman, I would love to. Okay, Dennis is gone for now, but I'm gonna keep continuing with the end of this because there's a really important thing I wanted to show him. Okay, so right here, Dennis, most powerful weapon in the whole of you get the link, my dudes? Jump into the this is where we do all of our analysis and runbacks, and we do these all the time. Like usually every month we do one. I've done like 2 or 3 this week already. So for anyone who's here for the first time, this is what we do all the time. We just like do reviews for people all the time, all month long. So we have an entire channel that's dedicated to doing reviews. There's probably about 50 reviews in there for all sorts of things. So if you're interested in learning, the link to the Past Nerd server is literally for teaching and coaching people. So that's what it's all about. So if you want to learn, like, come in, make yourself at home, and we'll definitely help you guys out. Did I make a safe state? Okay, so Dennis, you might not be here, but the thing I wanted to show you was the hook shot and the powerful of this weapon, right? So that's a bad example. I'll try and get another one here. So I like to teach people the hook shot strat like this. The reason I like to choose the hook shot strat is because it's a powerful weapon. These are not the greatest examples to show you. If you get one down the bottom, this for example, and let's see that he comes to the inside here like this, okay? Now this is when people start shitting their pants, right? They do all sorts of things here. It's very easy to get out of this position, right? All you do is you move down, you hook shot, we have iframes now, okay? Now you just do your pause, you get your lamp out and you spam. Super, super, super powerful strat, super powerful weapon. Don't get rid of that weapon until you absolutely have to. It's an unbelievable powerful weapon. It'll get you out of really tight situations, especially when you start going for things like double hits on the bottom, right? You start going for double free hits. If I can get a situation. These double free hits on the bottom are really scary sometimes. Like right here. See that double hit? Now that was a little bit late. I would probably use my Fire Rod strat, and that's why I don't recommend double hits until you're like super comfortable. That's kind of a situation where if I was doing a single hit, like if he moves now, see how I can now get the iframes for this bat? Now it doesn't mean you always have to do it, But it is a nice tool to have in your bag for when you're trying out stuff, or he traps you on the other side. Like right here. Like look at this. Right through this bat. This bat can't do anything to me. What's even point in firing the bat, right? This was the stuff that you had, right? So being able to recognize being able to recognize what Ganon's gonna do. So in your run, okay, so in your run right here, you had what's called, there's 3 types of Ganon that you can have. There's the spin Ganon, which is the good Ganon. There is the blue Ganon, and then there's the bat Ganon. Right, that's how I teach it to people. Okay, so right in this situation here, you had what we call the bat Ganon. I already knew it was a bat Ganon before he moved. The reason is you're going to light that torch before he gets to the top. That is what we call a bat Ganon, okay? So you had actually time to get up there and get that hit. But what you did was you splashed the sword right here. This is bad. You want to walk all the way up there and get your sword slashed here and get in there. If we can get an example of that. I could probably create my own example of this right here. Now it's right here. This is almost like the exact RNG you had. I'm gonna walk up here, splash, get him. I wasn't able to get him that time, because I need him to be random right here. Try again. Yeah, see if he goes. Yeah, sounds good, win. GG's again. Make sure post your runs, post your splits in the runs and PBs section, and I can definitely have a look at them. I like to study splits. They're really, really good. If you have the segment times and the gold times. And plus, everyone will give you lots of help too. Like, it's great place to post your splits and get a lot of feedback from people. So that was the only thing I really had to talk about that part. This is a little bit advanced now, so I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to get into a little bit of advanced stuff for the people who want to talk about it. Okay, so we're going to talk about this here is fine to spin underneath here because now we're in this home position here, okay? I'm going to take this off here. Let him go here. Let him go. I want to show you here. I want to show you this one. Guess I'll let him go here. Okay. Right here, you can come down, and this will spin you to home, right? This is like in a home position here. It's a bad save state. Right here, I'm going to get inside Ganon, see how far inside him, and look at this nice home position, and I'm just ready to hit this next, right? Right here, I'm inside, and I'm ready to hit this right here, right? And if you guys want a great practice, I went over this in the last tutorial, but the best practice you can ever do here is this. Okay? This is how I warm my Ganons up all the time. Amazing practice for Ganon. A bit out of position there. Can't recommend this enough. This will tell you how good your movement is instantly. This is basically the bread and butter what I went over with Fernat. We probably spent an hour just on this alone. Just fixing this. If you cannot do this, don't start trying to like incorporate fire rods and triples and all that stuff. Because this is the basics. Once you get this down, then you can add a lamp in. And then you can start adding fire rods after. I always recommend learning lamp first. Like learning the lamp fight. And learning how to do like lamp triples. So right here, this would be a down. This will be an up. I can't get him, so I'm not going to try because it's a cape spin RNG. But I'm going to position myself here. It was a little bit early there. That was a bat, so I have to let him go. Now I'm back in position here. That was terrible. Don't ever do what I just did, I'm just pissing about. I have a bad habit of pissing about. Try that again. Oh. I don't have the hook shot out here, which is bad. I was trying to teach earlier. I already know where he's going, bottom corner. This is a bat Ganon, so we cannot get a triple here. We're just going to let him go, but we're going to get ready to position ourselves right here for this RNG here. Fuck. Early again. I have to let him go because it's a bat Ganon. Right here, if you're touching the torch and you're not touching your D-pad, you can just literally light the torch and stand underneath him. That's another one that I see a lot of people doing. Make sure you're holding up, obviously. If he's up the top, make sure you light the torch, okay? Even if you can't get him and you're doing Lamp Ganon, always light the torch anyways, because you want to get this back onto the bottom cycle again, right here. So you can get that. I'm gonna miss this on purpose. Oh my goodness, menus. I'm not used to having these menus. That was my fault. I misread the RNG, so it's a bat Ganon. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna move out of position. I'm gonna light it because it doesn't waste any time to wait for him to come down, but it does guarantee that the next cycle is going to be a down RNG, which is going to be easy for me to get. So now I'm getting ready to go down. Look how far I'm walking there, okay? We're going to wait and see what he does, okay? Then we're going to light it. We're never getting there, so don't even try. Getting ready to get down here. Gonna light it again. Make sure you're standing right here. There's no need to be standing a tile down. Like, you might be scared of walking off, but I think you'll be fine. If you're gonna do, you missed the bit I was talking about the hook shot. That's where you hook shot like this to the torch. Make sure you learn how to do that. It's super important. The thing about Lamp Ganon is you never want to actually just go to the fire rod unless you have to. It's actually faster to just do Lamp Ganon. And sometimes it gives you good RNG, so then you can just keep fighting them. Right here, that you can still get these. It still triples. I can do this entire fight with lamp, and it's going to be faster than switching to my fire rod, right? And now this is guaranteed. I'm coming down. This. Whole fight with lamp. It's faster than fire rod, right? But you can't get the top RNGs, so you have to pick and choose your battles. And learning like an optimal lamp is good anyways. That's a bat Ganon. So now I know that this one's bad. I'm going to wait to see what he does right here. If he goes top right or top left, right, I'm going to menu to my fire rod. If he goes top left or far left, I'm going to keep my lamp out. He's going here. I got a chance. Okay, just keep going. There's no point in getting the fire rod out. This is faster. Okay, now I'm guaranteed the bottom cycle. I'm going to run like fuck to get down there. Boom. Again, I told you about this, guys. As long as you're touching the torch. Again, we're going to get ready to read the RNG here. Now I'm going to switch to my fire rod. I'm going to light it early. Sorry, I meant to light that early. Because I'm counting my cycles, right? I kind of miscounted like where I was going to do that, but I was going to light it early there. But switching to the fire rod is only going to save you 1 second. But keeping the lamp out was only going to lose 1 second, but it's more consistent on that top right pattern there. So I would have finished the fight off with the lamp, personally, because it's more consistent and easier than trying to switch to the fire rod. Does that make sense? Why that is? I'll try and give you a couple of situations why. Right here. Okay, this is the bad Ganon, okay? It's bats. We're not doing cape spins, so I know this is bad. I'm getting ready to read the RNG. Okay, this would be good, right? I meant to push select there. So I can just continue. And this is a little bit advanced. But it's a really nice concept to be able to know I'm coming down. Right here, I'm not going to switch to my fire rod because I'm already too late into the fight. I'm just going to light it. I'm going to take that 2-second time loss. I'm saving my menu though, so it's only a 1-second time loss. I'm just going to finish the fight off with my lamp. Sorry, I meant to come down. I completely forgot what I was doing there. Yeah, you just finish it right there. And down for the last spin. That was my fault. Another one. I would have my hook shut out here, not my fire rod. I go to the lamp here. I already know this is probably going to be a bat Ganon. Okay, so this is the bat Ganon. I already know that I'm not getting this next cycle. I'm just going to keep myself here. Getting ready to read the RNG. That was my bad on my part. Few minutes. I'm gonna get inside him here. You see how I got inside him there, Dennis? I was able to keep my home position quite nice there. Don't ever dash, it's just something I do. I'm well practiced with it. But it is a little bit risky. But in my opinion, if I'm doing Lamp Ganon, I'll just fucking do Lamp Ganon. I will probably even do Lamp Ganon sometimes in runs. It's really powerful. And it's just a much easier fight too. You can get a double off the start. This is going to be a bat Ganon again. So basically at this point here with the bat Ganon, the biggest I can lose, I can't get that one anyway, so the biggest time loss I'm going to have is 2 seconds. I'm going to get this one, so it's not even a time loss right now. Now I'm guaranteed no time loss. Because this is 100% doable. This is my second time loss coming up here. I'm in the wrong position right now. I'm just going to let him go, so right now it's a 2-second time loss. But but it's a very easy fight. Let me show you what a lamp Ganon time will look like, right? It's very very underrated what a lamp Ganon can get. Okay, so let's fire up the speedrun here. Okay, so here we go. Whole lamp Ganon. You know what? Before I do that, I'll just turn warps off just to show you like what is possible, I guess. Try that again. Oh, here we go. The biggest time loss that you can get from Lamp Ganon is 4 seconds. That's the worst of the worst, right? That you can get with it. But that's RNG, basically. The second worst is 2, and then the next worst is none. The next worst is it actually saves time over... I actually no idea where I am right now. I wasn't counting. The next worst is actually saves time over going to the fire rod, which is, again, RNG. It's a bat Ganon. How much I can do about that? So I can't get this one anyway, so why would I go to my fire rod? I cannot get that without a cape spin. That's just game knowledge and knowing that. I'm getting ready to go left side here if I can. Forcing myself left side. On top. Big walk. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna get him anyways, because it's the last hit, right? But going early there is fine. That's just a little bit of knowledge there. And that was actually the worst possible Ganon I could get. Alright, that was a 151, and that was literally almost the worst RNG that I could probably get. Let's try another one here. Check the warps again. RNG control. There we go. We'll do Ganon warps. No warps. We'll do another one. So blue Ganon into bat is literally a huge time loss. We're talking 6 seconds, right? So 6 plus what we got there, so that's why that time doesn't look all that great there. Try and get another one here with a more regular pattern. Taking hits. Okay. Yeah, blue Ganon can be really bad. Can also be not too bad, but blue Ganons are typically not what you want to see. So this is into a bat Ganon, so I know I can't get this one. This is actually not too bad for a top route, because I can't get that one without cape spin. So now I've only got one coin flip now. Coin flip's coming now. Moving left. Won the coin flip. I'm in control of the fight. Complete control of the fight. It's my destiny. That Ganon's powerful if you know what you're doing. Like, who doesn't want a 143 Ganon, right? Food for thought. Food for thought. My goal is a 142. Right? That's my goal. I can get a 143 with a lamp. So don't ever be put off by people that say that lamp is terrible or blah blah blah. If lamp is comfy for you, learning the lamp fight is going to make you better at the fire rod fight because it's harder. There's more to learn. There's more to learn about the patterns. It teaches you about the back Ganons. It teaches you about when you can and cannot go versus cape spins. It actually teaches you a lot about the fight. That's how I usually teach someone until they're really comfortable with the lamp fight. Once you get the lamp fight down, then I go to the fire rod because the fire rod is fucking easy once you've done the lamp. Like, it's so easy. Anyways, that was 3 hours of absolute madness. That was awesome. We're gonna go watch, I think we're gonna watch Kane's run now. While I go have my supper. We're gonna put a marker here on the end and get that uploaded.